Boa noite, pessoal. Retornando aqui com Banishers de New Éden. Gente, faz um tempo que eu não faço live porque eu adoeci severamente. E aí eu não fiquei em condições de poder fazer live. Esqueci inclusive de colocar isso talvez na comunidade lá, na aba da comunidade. Acho que seria interessante, mas eu fiquei tão mal que eu nem consegui pensar nessas coisas, gente. Espero que vocês curtam. Vamos lá, eu adoro essas artes das telas de carregamento, olha. Vamos lá, estamos aqui de volta ao local, né? Eu vou colocar o título do capítulo depois, né? Porque eu não sei se vai terminar aqui a missão, ali embaixo. Vamos encontrar o governador. O governador está aqui?
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So? What are you waiting for?
I have the name. I don't have the full picture. When I do, I'll act.
Come, you have the name. You have the proof. The matter is simple, is it not?
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times, perhaps. But he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of
Edson. Quanto
evil.
tempo? Seja bem-vindo, mano. Tô melhorando, né? Eu tava doente, tava bem doente.
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
Estamos aqui no finalzinho aqui. Acredito eu, quer dizer, uma dos capítulos finais.
He must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
Ah, compreendo. Dá uma olhada aqui na parte de cima da casa desse brother aqui. Antes de sair fora. A gente tem que vir aqui depois. Então, esse jogo aqui que a gente tá jogando, ele é muito bom, mano. Ele é dos mesmos produtores do Vampire, né, e do Life Strange, né, a mesma publisher do Life Strange, mas isso daqui é a Don't Not, se eu não me engano. E a Don't Not, ela...
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Vamos lá, vamos lá. Cara, pra mim foi Pra mim é um ambientezão, sabe? Esses tempos que eu estive doente, tava jogando em off. ele. E ele é bem desafiador. Ele é um RPGzão mesmo, assim, porque as histórias e narrativas são bem costuradas, bem estruturadas, sabe? As missões secundárias, elas não são aleatórias. Elas compõem parte do mundo. Eu gosto quando o jogo é assim. A pena que ele não bombou. Acho que jogos assim, né, com narrativas mais longas, eles estão tendo uma grande dificuldade, né, de emplacarem, né, como outros, assim. Tipo assim, o próprio Dragon's Dogma, né, teve muita gente que não gostou dele, né, cara. Assim, muito youtuber grande, eles largaram de mão do jogo. E aqui tem uma descida. Eu tava olhando ver se tinha mais outra coisa. Vamos subindo. Tudo calmo, né? Não tem nem trilha sonora nessa parte. Eles estão querendo, né? Aqueles que eu vi de reportagem.
What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits.
Cara, isso daqui é aprofundando do inferno, né, mano? E não tem outra coisa. Deslizamento aqui é a boca do inferno, mano. É o mundo das trevas, é o buraco pro mundo das trevas que o Sensei tava tentando lembrar. Pô, mano, isso é complicado assim mesmo.
You like us,
Run, Red!
Pronto, conseguimos. Então, assim, realmente é difícil mesmo passar por esses processos, né? É um processo também de construção de luto, o próprio relacionamento, assim. E realmente pesa essas coisas, assim, você terminar e a pessoa tá com outro, né? Ou outro. Então realmente é complicado mesmo, não é fácil.
One of
Imagina,
these
mas às
must be
vezes,
Lammy's hideaway.
assim, não é clichê, mas às vezes é só o tempo mesmo, cara. Dá um tempo, você tava ali há um tempão já com essa pessoa. Pô, pode crer, mano. Mas, se não é magia negra... Não é nem magia negra, né? O termo. Peraí, então...
Once you've revealed the roots, I'll destroy them.
Vamos ver por onde tá saindo.
Something has me. Wards.
Tá. Tem uma pra cá que eu já vi.
I can't worry.
Aqui o espanta-fantasma. Eu tô tentando ver onde tá a outra coisa. É, mano, entendo. É complicado mesmo. Será que dá pra pegar daqui por baixo? Não, pode falar, mano. Não tem esse negócio não. Pode ficar à vontade aí pra falar. Essas coisas assim são complicadas mesmo. Assim, não são fáceis. Aqui tem uma. E ali atrás tem outra, né? Vamos ver se eu consigo aqui quebrar.
Take care. The place is warded. I don't think so.
Não dá pra quebrar, olha. Ai, ai.
I am warded. I cannot.
Sim, entendi. Você vai tirar daqui, ó.
You aim for the heart. I'll destroy the roots.
Ah, como é que vai destruir? Aqui tem um, aqui tem outro. Cadê o outro? O outro tá ali. Então é daqui que eu tenho que acertar os 3, olha.
Picked and culled.
Nossa, foi por pouco, eu quase não tava conseguindo mirar. Então assim, tem que dar o tempo mesmo, sabe? Tentar
Take
afastar
care.
e evitar.
The place is warded.
Porque essas coisas só tendem a magoar mais ainda a gente, mano. Não tem pra onde fugir, não. Então, assim,
I can manifest
término
now.
significa isso. Significa você ter esse tempo de afastamento seu, né? E afastamento do outro, assim. E pensar que a outra pessoa tomou as suas decisões, tá? E ela vai ter... Essas decisões vão ter consequências, né? Da mesma forma que você também tá tomando uma decisão de se autopreservar, seguir em frente, né, de se abrir para outras experiências também.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Faz um barulho no fone quando tem alguma coisa escondida, né? Um barulho bem sutil.
Your inner sight's red.
Have some of this.
Boa! Não é um susto, confesso que eu tomei um susto, não esperava que fosse tão rápido aqui para esses bichos aparecerem. Vamos se passar aqui. E eu sei que é um momento difícil, mas assim, o que você tem feito também, mano? Nesses tempos aí, como é que anda o curso? Como é que anda as outras atividades que você tinha? Fiz besteira, não queria ter usado esse equipamento, ó. Mas vamos lá. Só um momento, pessoal. Pronto, gente, voltei. É, não, você tem que ter esse tempo mesmo, assim. Pra se cuidar e tudo mais. Rapaz, tá certo isso. Acho que eu peguei o caminho errado, né? Bora, de novo. Não era pra ter entrado ali no túnel. Pô, pode crer.
Can you find a way around the locked door?
Olha aqui, ó. Levei, mano. Nem era pra ter ido pra lá agora. Nossa, cara. Oxi. Gente, eu mosquei aqui muito, velho. Vamos lá. Isso aqui é da missão. Meu caro Leme, como sempre, é uma grande satisfação falar com você novamente. Amo seu entusiasmo e inteligência. Você me faz lembrar de mim quando tinha sua idade. Tão ansioso para saber mais sobre os maiores mistérios do nosso mundo. De todos os mundos. Só gostaria de ter ficado mais tempo, mas devo voltar para Providence. Até lá que estão algumas notas rápidas para saciar sua sede. Soma da escassa pesquisa da minha humilde pessoa foi capaz de reunir um tempo de paciência. Acredito que é justo admitir que não sabemos Leme, quase nada sobre o terrível Áralu, que apenas a escrita mais rara se atreve a abordar. É o inferno mitificado para o qual apenas os mais ousados se atrevem a viajar e voltar vivos. Serão todas essas histórias quase esquecidas, fragmentos de uma verdade revelada ou perdida. Realmente não posso dizer, mas sei disso, meu caro Leme. Você e eu somos como Orfeu, prontos a cruzar as águas proibidas e trazer de volta a única noiva que realmente amamos, o conhecimento. Para mapear essas terras desconhecidas, passar o limiar e caminhar bravamente por aqueles desertos proibidos e rios gelados, sobre os quais apenas os poetas mais loucos cantavam, né? Ver o que está além e voltar para a sombra mais sobre isso. E voltar para sonhar mais sobre isso. Que emoção, meu jovem amigo. Que objetivo. Se eu fosse mais jovem, assim como você seguiria nessa jornada inédita. Por enquanto, posso apenas aconselhar a ter cuidado. Sim, o limiar entre nosso mundo e o outro lado é mais fino em New Eden. Isso não significa que será mais fácil viajar lá. Segundo algumas pesquisas, alguns já tentaram nessa área. Feiticeiros, mesquinhos e bruxas insignificantes. Talvez seja por isso que o limiar é tão fino. Talvez seja por isso que os mortos parecem ser tão facilmente autorizados a andar nessa terra. Quem pode dizer isso com certeza? Caramba, entregar aqui um capítulo de livro. Na semana passada, enquanto eu estava investigando sozinho, notei algumas vibrações muito peculiares, vindas de um moinho antigo localizado em um penhasco, à beira-mar. Um lugar bastante assustador. Se você me perguntar, se você investigar mais a possibilidade de encontrar um limiar para o mítico Aralon, antes de nos encontrarmos novamente, esse poderia ser o lugar para começar. Mas certifique que está preparado, meu caro rapaz. Meu velho coração só poderia perder outro colega promissor. Até nos encontrarmos de novo, só posso aconselhar a manter tudo isso em segredo.
Araloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
You mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place.
A gente passou pelo moinho já, hein?
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key.
Vamos ver o mapa. Mapa de New Eden, né?
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
A chave do baú, ó. O Leme é de Lamentation, o nome que ele deu pro garoto.
Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Inclusive, eu acho que eu tenho uma fogueira lá perto desse moinho. Mas vou a pé mesmo. Pronto, acho que pegamos tudo. Só pra sair aqui, ó. Dá mesmo. Vamos lá, pessoal. O que eu gosto desse jogo, cara, é a história, né? Mas também esse ambiente, né? Aqui a gente tá falando do século XVI. Ainda não, olha, tá, eu tenho que tirar um dia pra ver. Eu tô ansioso pra assistir Fallout, Edson. Acho que estreia hoje à noite. Meia-noite no horário de Brasília. Na Prime, né? Tô a fim de assistir, cara. Fallout é um jogo que me acompanha há muito tempo. Tinha diversos amigos, assim, que me indicavam para conhecer o jogo. Porra, aquele é chato.
Reinforcements!
Fred.
Die, you bastard!
Don't let it crush you.
Blocking all the fun.
Possession incoming.
Boa aí, foi muito malvado, velho. Maltratei muito esses fantasmas, mano. Eu gosto de jogo assim, que a gente mata os fantasmas na base do balaço. É que nem Sobrenatural lá. O jogo do Sobrenatural não foi legal, né? Teve um jogo, né, da série do Supernatural. Eu gosto assim, meu irmão. Eu gosto de matar os fantasmas na base da porrada. É pra cá? Vamos lá. Acho que é pra cá. O jogo tem parte que trava, tá, gente? Não tem pra onde fugir, não. Vai travar.
Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Claire preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
Oh, I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean. The girls were
Cara,
furious.
me decide qual
Yes.
caminho, meu irmão.
But they weren't hungry.
I'm right here, you know.
Tem uns bichos pra enfrentar, mas eu não vou enfrentar eles agora não. Eu tô passando, isso aqui é pra fazer em off, gente. Porque você repete várias vezes os inimigos. Até conseguir enfrentar todos eles. Passei muito por isso. Vamos seguir a história, que é isso que a gente tem que fazer agora. Pegar esses cogumelos, que esses cogumelos aqui servem pro ritual, hein? Cada região tem itens específicos para fazer o ritual. Os rituais diferenciados aí. E aí você tem que ter esses cogumelinhos. Cogumelinhos. Tem uma colega que estuda cogumelos, sabia? Na antropologia. Da relação, né, entre humanos e não humanos. E normalmente tem inimigo, ó. Só pra eu falar.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Opa!
What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aralu.
Esses verdinhos, eles ficam regenerando os outros
Otherwise,
fantasmas.
terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and a wild guess.
Já está o moinho ali, ó. Estamos chegando lá no moinho.
Did we miss a few? Throwing a tantrum, should we? Standing by.
Passou aqui na hora que foi resolver o problema lá a gente fez uma missão secundária na última live. Aí a gente teve que passar por aqui. Então por isso que esse lugar aqui já tá meio que aberto. Chegamos aqui ao moinho. Ainda tem umas coisas pra pegar? Tem umas coisas pra pegar. Só que esse jogo ele tem muito assim, é meio Metrovania, nesse sentido que tem lugar que só abre depois que tu faz determinadas coisas. Aí tu tem acesso a determinados equipamentos, poderes, aí, ou até mesmo caminhos diferentes, assim. Como eu disse, eu tinha uma fogueira aqui perto. Achei melhor vir por aqui.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside?
Já tem entrada aqui, só dobrar aqui, já abri essa parte. Já abri essa parte toda aqui.
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Ó, essa parte aqui não estava aberta.
Deja vu.
He tried his hand at several translations.
Árabe, olha, pode crer, mano.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
A live se fudeu, hein, gente? Pô, pode crer, eu imagino que seja mesmo, assim. Pra mim, eu acho que é uma coisa muito da hora, né? Como é que você conseguiu fazer? Como é que você chegou? Vai me explicando, que eu não manjo nada, cara, de árabe. Da língua, né?
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
Did he seek power? Was he hoping to step out of his father's shadow?
If he did, he went the wrong way about it. We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
Pô, que massa, mano. Eu preciso fazer uma língua assim também, cara, sabe? É, aqui não dá pra descer. Então só raiz tem que vir por aqui. Aqui eu saio.
I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots. Over here. Look.
Qual é o que tá equipado? É esse, né? Um, dois. Cadê o terceiro? Cadê o terceiro? São sempre 3.
Should be useful.
Pô, imagina, cara. Diabo, olha que ele matou bicho, né, aqui, gente, pelo
More
amor de
magic
Deus.
mockery. What exactly was he up to? His final notes sound optimistic. Did he succeed?
Tem um aqui. Tem outro aqui. Será que são só esses dois? Tem um terceiro. Deixa eu ver pra onde tá indo essas ervas daninhas aqui rapidinho. Acho que são só esses dois. É só esses dois mesmo.
Did I ever mention how good we are together?
You have. It's always good to hear.
That works. Let's go.
É daqui pra baixo agora. Eu tô com medo, mano. Tô com medo.
All this is more serious than we thought.
Nossa, que foda, hein, mano.
Not just because we're going
Pra
underground.
me informar também como
We'll be
é
careful.
por Manaus, se tem
We
alguma
don't know what Lammy
uma
was up
galera
to,
organizada
and
pra
the signs
Palestina.
are not encouraging.
Tô com medo, mano, tô com medo. Tá indo pro fundo do inferno aqui, ó, pro buraco mesmo.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
Tem um baú aqui. Eu achei que aqui eu teria uma visão melhor dali, ó. Ali tem um trava fantasma. Eu preciso passar. Talvez eu tenha por aqui tenha alguma coisa. Prende fantasma, espanta fantasma.
I take the heart, you take the roots.
Não sabia, mano, ó. Ó, tá subindo aqui, hein? Tá subindo. Parece um refeitório, né? Isso daqui. Isso daqui não deveria estar desse lado da cortina, sabia?
Careful, it's just getting stronger.
Não é que eu não vou te enfrentar não, meu irmão.
Heads up!
Gente, não é que eu sei exatamente o que fazer, tá? É porque isso daqui tá do outro lado desse umbral.
You'd miss it. You know you would.
Nunca tinha visto
You
desse
need to
lado
see
aqui.
this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait.
Acho que ele abriu
Is this how we got through the Sorrow's
uma
vigilance?
parada aqui, né? Era uma parada que ele não deveria ter aberto. Vai ter que ir atrás dele por aqui. Mas antes disso eu vou dar uma olhadinha aqui. Rapidamente.
I know.
Pegar os itens que tem aqui. Aqui tinha um caminho, certo? Vamos ver aqui, tem mais alguma coisa aqui, ó. Primeira tentativa não durou mais do que alguns minutos. Nossa senhora, ele tentou várias vezes. E acho que numa dessas vezes ele conseguiu, né? Tem um caminho aqui que eu quero dar uma olhada. Aí depois eu volto pra seguir por ali.
Don't worry, I'll leave this bit out of my memoirs.
Shut up.
Esse é algum poder que ela ainda não soltou, sabia?
Try another one.
Just die.
Não, eles não dividem, ela é tipo um encosto. Já dá pra
Stained
passar.
webs. Too thick for us to get through.
É algum poder que tá faltando ela aprender, saca? Vamos lá, a gente tem que ir por lá mesmo. Não tem pra onde fugir não. Vamos aqui, que aqui é onda, hein? Aqui é onda. É tipo encosto, mas é isso, mano. É tipo essa noção de encosto,
I
sabe?
suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do.
É isso daqui que a gente tem que fazer. A viagem pelo vazio. Pois é, eu tô me recuperando. A linha tava gripada esses dias, tá melhor.
Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness.
Esse daqui é uma espécie
We
de
can't be far.
mundo espiritual entre o mundo espiritual. É o purgatório. Não, purgatório não é um termo. É como se fosse uma camada entre o mundo espiritual
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
e o mundo real. O mundo físico.
The walks worked well enough. You didn't need to kill so many bots.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done.
Mas como eu
Wards.
disse,
I'm going to need a hand here.
It's awfully
aquele
calm. Why is it awfully calm?
aquele pilar com aqueles monstros tinham que dar desse lado aqui, não daquele lado lá. Aqui, ó.
I'm back.
At long last.
Normalmente os espaços, né, de vazio que eu acabei investigando, eles tinham algum
Take
tipo de
care.
limitação.
The place is warded.
Pode ver, algumas regras não se aplicam aqui. Porque ele foi colocando espanta-fantasma aí, na medida que a gente foi procurando. Aqui, ó, cheio de fantasmas ali.
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Die, you bastard!
Ó, o desgraçado fez um ritual aqui, ó. Esse moleque é safado, mano. Esse moleque aí é safado.
Destroy those ghost wards if you want me back. Much better.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Ele usou isso para 3 fantasmas, para os fantasmas não atacarem ele, né? Aqui, ó. Isso aqui é ele que deixou aqui, que não tem corda desse lado daqui, do mundo das trevas, como é que pode? Meu Deus, pra esquerda ou pra direita? Vamos dar uma olhadinha aqui. Olha o que esse moleque andou fazendo aqui, meu Deus do céu.
Creepy hideout. Likes a bit of drama.
Foi trazendo o bicho aqui.
Looks like it died diseased.
Eu acho que é porque não pode ficar muito tempo aqui, né, gente? É capaz do moleque já tá todo transtornado aí já também.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
Olha o Harry Potter do caralho. O Harry Potter do inferno.
So, full of surprises, young Master Haskell.
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
We find you up to your neck in the blackest magic, speechifying about your transcendent journey. Your life is on the line, Lammy.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. You can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. so I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now at first I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Arrowlu taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Okay. Entendi.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Arrowlu. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
Onde é essa fonte aí,
What do you
moleque?
expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Arrowlu is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh, you know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte. Could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just... You're the first ghost I've met, in
Bora
person.
embora, mulher. Deixa esse cara aí.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not a lot pleasant at all.
Take care. The place is warded. Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. I can't, Rory. Dodge it if you can.
Essa não foi tão difícil assim.
It oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone.
Uma gosma, né, velho?
What might you be, then? Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Nossa, tem muito lodo aqui, né? Acender a fogueira aqui.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Rapaz.
We hiring kiss for you.
Otário. Bota pra cima. Carregar que eu tava fazendo um negócio aqui, rapaz. Quando eu fui pego de surpresa. Quem é o Tinteiro? Eu tô curioso. Tem um TH, só ajeitando aqui o título, tá, gente? Puxa mesmo. Tava ajeitando aqui o título. Pronto, dali a gente veio. A gente vem pra cá agora, né? Tem uma coisa ali em cima. Tem como subir, tem não. Tem que vir pra cá.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Claro que eu vou atrás do baú, tá aqui, ó. Deixar um baú pra trás assim à toa.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Aí detalhe, né? Só ela, só espanta ela. Os outros fantasmas estão aí de boaça.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
I see a ghost light. What are they doing down here?
Wards, you're on your own. Wards, I'm going to need a hand here.
Cadê esses fantasmas do inferno?
Wards, you're on your own.
Ai, eu odeio quando eu fico perdido assim, ó.
Go then.
Não tem nada pra cá, né? Já vindo aqui só era um atalho. Cadê esse fantasma aí do inferno?
I love doing that.
corpse is gonna shoot.
Tava fechado antes aqui, né? Voltamos pra área que falta, meu Deus.
Ghost wards cannot manifest.
Lá está, ó.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body. Off we go then.
No less strong.
Move, Red.
Thank me later. Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Bicho difícil.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden time with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
And the Gibbs are not at home to rational explanations.
Aqui que já tá água.
need a better angle. This could be a good spot to cross.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Fantasma dá medo, né?
Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
Easiest high.
Nah, but you can't cook. Piss off!
Daqui é poder, né?
Don't step in that. I mean it.
We'll find a way around then.
Não dá não. Eu achei que tinha como abrir aquela porta por outro canto, mas não dá não. Tem que seguir direto.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
And you will not be judged. Forgive, and you will
Those echoes we're hearing are the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
to deliver you from the way of evil. Your captives are unleashed upon you.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Ask for help if you need it.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Mulher.
More efficient than cannon powder.
Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. Much better. I love doing that.
Eu dói a costa quando ele dá essa cocada aí, olha. Aí, ó. Bem, agora acho que vai dar pra fazer o ritual lá. Os rituais dão item pra gente.
Another curse.
Strong you were, weak you now go.
Melhor que nada, né?
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
Tô sendo afetado por esse lodo do
This must
inferno,
be
né?
Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through.
Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, Many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Great! More fun.
They never learn, do they? I'm right here, you know.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them. We're not finished here.
Achei que tinha acabado. Deixei passar o quê?
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
You have turned your back from love, looked away when most needed. Elton.
If you need a rest, this place is as good as any.
Vamos lá, né?
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down?
Whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Alone, forlorn, misunderstood, so you shall remain.
A ghost left a fragment of their past here. An echo from the past drifts by.
The still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
Fantasma do Inferno.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. But why now?
He's afraid. The Earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
All deserted you, none supported you.
This can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess! Make them speak!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let war in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embraced one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
I am no witch hunter. Never was.
Bloody hell. Is that me? That's a cheap trick.
I ought to face myself.
What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
I think this one is mine. I ought to face myself.
Getting rid of that ooze should weaken the shadows.
Alive, you banished parasite ghosts!
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy. You won't do that again.
Vou quebrar esse lodo aí no meio, meu irmão. Falta só um.
You portray yourselves as saviors sent to deliver us. But with your dark arts, evil only worsens. Your witches and witches must die.
And Tia died to help New Eden. And still we fight as cunts.
What more do you want from us? Once more with feeling.
The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
Bugou, né?
Now you sound like my old parish priest.
Bugou, cara, bugou. Porra, que ódio, cara, que ódio. Que ódio, velho, ó. Bugou, né, mano? Não tem. Não foi pro outro. Nossa senhora. Porra, tem que enfrentar esse bicho de novo. Vou pular, gente, as partes.
I am no witch hunter. Never was. Bloody hell. Is that me? That's a cheap trick. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
That's enough.
Chateadinho, chateadinho. Chateadinho tendo que repetir isso daqui, gente. Sério mesmo.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy.
Antea died to help New Eden, and still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
Isso que ficou faltando naquela hora.
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough. Can we please get out of here? Yeah.
Traje novo. Bora lá. Porque a gente vai sair naquele poço, né? Tava fechado. Carregado, né? Vai saber o que tem aqui na frente.
This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Cara, onde é que a gente tá?
Picking up something spectral nearby. Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Deve ter descido aqui também, olha.
I think this area is similar to the map's instructions.
Dois.
Now this place looks like the drawings on a map.
Did I ever mention how good we are together?
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
Elevador, né?
This must be where the treasure is hidden.
Aqui, ó, o tesouro. Ela, né? Acho que cumpriu, né? Nossa, tem umas áreas secretas aqui, hein? Não tava esperando por isso. Aí aqui vai pra onde? Ali vai pra onde? Ali tá uma corda, né? Eu tenho um elevador que eu sei, mas aqui vai pra onde? Baú especial para pessoas especiais. Já fico esperando o inimigo aqui já.
I think I heard the sound of a gun cocking. I'm right here, you know. Throwing a tantrum, are we?
Sai de um balaço, meu irmão. Eu notei que esses bichos assim grandão, eles levam mais tiro, mais dano de tiro. Acho que agora dá pra subir.
That down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
A gente ainda vai ter uma grande batalha aqui ainda. Quebrar esses fantasmas todos.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once thus delivered of that which was so much its trouble. There is nothing that keeps wicked men at any one moment. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. 'Tis a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the school teacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not, it seems, deign you worthy of his secrets. Never mind. You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. Very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it.
Hell's bells!
No!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us? I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. For your fee, one of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
Calma aí, Harry Potter.
After all this, don't forget to rest.
Aprendemos um novo poder. Fusão. Mas tem bastante coisa aqui para comprar. Vamos lá, vamos comprar primeiro esse. Primeiro esse aqui, aí aqui você pode variar. Não acertam muitas trocas perfeitas aqui. Vou comprar esse também.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the nightmare's influence, we could use the void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the void breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you?
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity.
Caralho, isso que ela falou é foda, hein?
Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
What matters is what we do now. Which wrong we set right.
I've taught you well. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera. And listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
But something did happen. Something happened to Deborah, and then something happened to you, and now we are both paying that price.
You still have your life.
What's it worth if it's plagued by the murder of all those I killed?
We made a choice, Rory. You made it willingly.
Aye, I did. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea. I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island. Antea? Please tell me you're here.
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You were not alone. Can we go now?
Porra, tá bruta, né, mano? Qual foi, Anteia?
How come it's not working?
Let's ask Seeker. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
I am doing my best, my love.
Tá começando a virar fantasma, então, né? De verdade. Só um espectro raivoso.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Well, easy there.
This'll only take a moment. See?
Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone. A little spectral spring cleaning.
The best kind of cleaning.
Where are you? You wee witch. Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no seeker either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her.
How can she find anything in this mess?
We're wasting time. Let's go.
She draws well.
Well, can we draw this to a close? We need to talk to Kate. These stains block the way through, like a thick web.
Dá pra ver qual é a animação, né?
No time to
Corte
lose.
de teia. Pra cá tem um lugar que dá pra cortar a teia, né?
Shall we dance then?
Always.
They're vexed now. Ask for help if you need it.
Interessante.
I'm right here, you know. If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
É pra cá que tem um negócio de teia, né? Eu vou fazer viagem rápida, eu não vou pegar o barquinho não. Em algum desses cantos aqui tinha um negócio de teia. Mas depois eu vejo isso. Vou logo lá com a Kate. Fazer uma viagem rápida. Falta uma gema de elite. Dá pra comprar com a SIC. Só isso, viagem rápida. Tem várias missões secundárias que se abriram. É pra cá que a gente tem que ir.
Is it worse to lose your faith in your fathers than it is to lose faith in yourself?
Nossa, fazia tempo que eu não via essa transição de capítulo.
Those in the harrows who lived would be wise to look inwards, to reflect, and then to pay penance. But none carry a greater burden than young Lamentation Haskell. How will he guide the faltering faithful when he has so little faith in himself?
Foda-se. Falar com a Kate e depois eu vou pausar. Finalizar a live por aqui, tá, gente?
I get the feeling folk are preparing to leave.
Tá aqui ela. Peraí, Kate.
Still a roaming, are we?
Aye, still asking questions. I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I'm busy. Find them yourself.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just need information. I may have some to share in return. So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You just can't leave a scab unpicked, can you? Especially if it's not your own.
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
What happened to Grace?
I don't know that either. There had been strife with her father. Then she was gone. And the captain spoke of her no more.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
What did Grace look like?
I remember her thin and boyish, encumbered by dresses she hated to wear.
That sounds like Seeker.
Eu imaginei que era
Does the
Seeker.
name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done?
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
It's time I asked you about Deborah Comenius.
If you tread carefully, I may even answer.
Why was Deborah's ghost so eager to see you punished?
Because I let her die without a word. Because I refused to share her fate. Because I failed her.
I'm sorry to ask it, but I must know. Did you have a hand in her arrest?
No. Captain Pennington was the first to accuse Deborah of witchcraft.
Why would he do that? Had he proof?
There was no proof because it was a lie. Thickskin believed it was personal to him.
How so?
She knew him a little. They'd hunt together. She said his anger at Deborah came from an older wound.
Did your sister take part in Deborah's execution?
If she had, would I have followed her? No. My sister was selfish as all hell, but she was no bigot. She removed me from the horror. Then she made me swear to bite my tongue and never speak of it. Thickskin never believed Deborah a witch. She told me to love who I loved, but counseled caution.
Twisted, but pragmatic. Thickskin always protected her sister.
Caution, indeed. I did nothing. As my love stood up to her persecutors, I did nothing. When I could bear it no longer, I hid my tears and looked away.
I too saw my beloved die for my failings.
Then you know. To speak of it is near unbearable.
Thank you for your time. Farewell, Kate Newsmith.
A goodbye to you too, Red McWraith. And whatever it is you seek, may you find it.
Quem é ela, hein, meu Deus? Quem é ela? Quem é ela, hein? Jesus. Ah, tá. Vamos lá. É opcional, mas eu vou fazer essa opção, tá? Vamos lá perguntar pra Ellen sobre a Grace Pennington. Nossa, a gente avançou bem na história, assim. Eu acho que amanhã a gente tá caminhando já pros finalmente da história.
Things look better here. Helen is working out.
A gente exorcizou aqui o fantasma que tava perturbando ela.
Banishers.
Good day. You look well, Mrs. Priest.
We struggle on. But yes, I feel better.
What can you tell me about a young woman by the name of Grace?
It seems you already know some of the story. It was a long time ago, but I'll do my best to fill in the gaps.
What happened to her?
As I heard it told, one day Grace just wasn't there anymore.
How was their relationship?
I believe it was stormy, as you'd expect between a commander and his disobedient daughter. I do think he loved her, but as far as anyone ever saw, he never shed a single tear for her.
Later, after he exiled her, did the captain try to find his daughter?
Not to my knowledge. He did not set off in search of her, nor did he send men. At the time, I thought it strange. Still do. I'll never understand how a man could reject his only daughter. And that, my inquisitive Banisher friends, is all I know about the matter.
Take care of yourself, Helen.
I will. No one else seems to want to.
Pronto. Vamos lá tentar fazer essa missãozinha. Acho que eu tô no pique ainda, acho que eu consigo. Vou fazer mais essa missãozinha aí e depois eu vou pausar. Tem missões bem curtas que a gente acabou fazendo, missões principais mesmo. Essa apareceu uma delas. Vamos lá. Nossa, eu vim pelo caminho errado. Meu Deus, odeio. A missão secundária eu vou fazer em off, tá? Três, moleque!
I think we've hit a nerve.
They brought more friends. One less to worry about.
Estão level 23 aqui, meu irmão. Que porra é essa?
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
Faded with age. Hard to know what it was for.
Pay attention!
Level 26, moleque. Level 26, vai brincando. Vai brincando. Pensei que era essa cabana. Oi, Brida. Foi, Brida. Eu já peguei, isso é um atalho. Aí não dá pra subir.
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Esse é música de chefe, hein? Isso é música de chefe.
Anyone home? Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough.
Ah, se livrou dos vestidos.
Youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye.
Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. There's a ritual of dissimulation, and we need the catalyst. Same circle as the one on the entrance. The circle powers the door, but I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell, and Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Sure.
Você vai fazer uma simples questão, né? Acabei chegando aqui. Bora.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet.
Por aqui o caminho de volta. Que é um monte de viagem rápida.
No governor, no meeting house.
Tá
And it
essa
seems
comida.
no faith.
Não, eu sei o que você quer. Você quer ração, né? Você quer sachê. Eu não tenho sachê, filha.
As a community and as individuals, we can do better things. I can do better.
É um depósito, né? Aqui, filha, não tem sachê, filha. Aquilo é...
Well, ho there! What a pleasant surprise. I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving sounds right to me, if these people learn from their mistakes.
They repent, Mistress Duarte. A new start elsewhere, away from the place in which they sinned, will do them good.
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
We found a page ripped from a book. Do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please. Ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defense, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her. Go on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well. As though I had not died. I'm dead. And I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all. But you pretend not to see it. That makes me angry. And it makes me sad.
I never wanted that.
I know. But it still felt that way.
Complicado, né? Também, gente, pra ele. Porra. Matou tudo quanto era colono, estamos matando geral. Segura a tua ondinha aí, segura a tua onda. Vou ter que passar por aquele coração púrpura lá. É chata, essas áreas vermelhas aqui são chatas, hein? Porque é pra pós-game, mano. Vou por aqui. A gente vai ter que andar, olha. Me toquei que eu acho que tinha uma fogueira lá, né? Não precisava estar vindo correndo assim, não. Milagre não ter fantasma aqui.
Careful!
Então as recompensas melhores, né, gente? Pelo amor de Deus. Ali no moinho.
These stains block the way through, like a thick web.
Still no ghostly, spectral spiders hiding away in there, no? Good.
The roots won't remain visible for long after I take the heart. Be quick.
Meu Deus. Aí tem uma. E tem outra aqui em algum canto. Aqui.
No, I'd almost fancy my own garden.
Trust me, you don't want a garden.
Eu não limpei na primeira vez essa área aqui, né?
Look, I couldn't talk about it.
Couldn't talk about what?
You accused me of pretending not to see that you're dead.
That's how I feel, Red. You have to accept it.
I couldn't face your death. I admit that. Your death left me desolate. I knew in my heart that it should have been me. Then you came back. I snatched at the chance to undo what'd been done. I don't wish to deny your pain, no. Just try to deal with mine.
Wow. That's... I hadn't thought of it that way. Thank you for your honesty.
I have another in sight.
You're done.
Watch out! We made it angry.
É a pena arriscar que dá um tiro bem pesado.
Our
Achamos.
book isn't here.
Our book might be up there.
I might need some help.
I might be able to give it. This could be a good spot to cross.
This looks like Lami's stuff. Only more scattered.
Even with the void shifting, the book should be around here somewhere.
Got it. That seemed a little too easy.
We have the symbol we need. Let's go back to the mountain and find her hiding place.
Ah, meu Deus.
Did you hear that?
First things first, Red.
There's more of giving it all you've got. Hey! More fun.
Shouldn't stay in there. can help.
Olha, a gente veio parar. Olha a fogueira mais próxima aqui. E é melhor subir mesmo, né? Ir pro outro lado. Rapidamente a gente está revisitando quase todos os mapas do jogo até agora, hein? Achei que era uma missão rápida.
Can I join in too?
I feel like I'm bloody target. É isso mesmo, subindo aqui. Esperar vir aqui.
É acrescentar essa missão aí, o amor, encontra, caminho. Nossa, é longo esse título, né? Pronto. Ela chegou no nível total de caracteres que é possível ter num título. Bora. Meu celular aqui. Ele tá querendo publicar. O celular tá com um toque fantasma aqui, muito cruel.
Piss off!
Eu encontrei esse lugar aqui antes, sabia?
This is it. Seeker is behind this wall. Let the veil of unknowing be lifted. Let us see through the eyes of Grace Pennington.
Acabando a bateria do DualSense, gente.
Ceridian?
You're surprisingly slow, even for a Banisher. You're late. Or early.
At last we find you.
Missed me that much, did you? You could have hurried. You always think you have more time. And suddenly, you don't.
It wasn't in vain. We have come far and learned much.
I hope so. But don't think you have it all figured out. You're still Banishers, after all.
We are indeed, Grace.
So, you know.
When I asked if you'd known Deborah Comenius, you denied it. Why?
Seeker never met Deborah. Grace did. I am no longer Grace, and I don't like to speak for her. Deborah was Grace's teacher.
Cara, você é muito
She encouraged her to
fuleira,
be
isso
herself,
sim, Seeker.
to become who I am now. They did not know one another, but without Deborah, I'd have never met Ceridian. And with Ceridian, my entire life changed. Deborah suffered terribly, and the fate she met was exactly the fate I fled. I accept it now. I accept it all. Ceridian has left a hollow, and I am called to fill it. I accept. I am ready for my role in this world. Are you ready for yours?
The time has come for us to go back to New Eden and face the nightmare.
Yes. Balance must be restored. You must face your fate and end the curse.
Ceridian said the only way back was through the void. But the pond seems broken. We need your help.
Of course you do.
We're listening.
Remember Ceridian's words. If you were to defeat the nightmare, your hearts must be open to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be strong.
We've never been stronger.
This void breach is not like the others. This one leaks. This one sits at the rotten core of the entire region. You must leave whatever still burns in your hearts at the threshold. If you don't, the void will kill you.
Do you know where in New Eden Town the void shall lead us?
The trick is to focus on your happiest memories and let them take you there. At least that's how it's always worked for me.
We'll try.
And when at last you succeed, I too shall return to New Eden Town. I shall see you there.
That we'll take our leave.
Bring peace to this troubled land and your troubled hearts, my friends. I know it's not easy to hear, especially when it's me saying it.
On the contrary.
Thank you, Seeker. We'll do our best.
They've seen better days.
As have we all.
She's the custodian now. May she have all the wisdom of her mentor, and more.
I wish I'd have the wisdom of mine.
You're not as stupid as you sound. You'll be fine.
A gente não vai dar pra continuar não, o controle tá no limite. Será que eu chego lá pelo menos? Não é pra cá não, não é pra cá não. Não vai dar não, acho que a gente vai ter que cruzar alguma coisa. Então, gente, vou finalizar por aqui. Muito obrigado a todo mundo que acompanhou. O controle não vai aguentar o resto da missão. E é isso, gente. Valeu. Tchau.